first snow came on a Tuesday, quiet and complete. It covered all the places where I used to plant my feet. Beside you in the morning, with the kettle going slow, the ritual of ordinary love and its afterglow. I bought one set of groceries, it took me by surprise. How buying food for one can make you weep without a why. The store was bright and busy, but I moved like I was glass, like everyone could see right through the grief I tried to mask. This is winter without warmth. These are mornings without arms. These are long and hollow Sundays with no reason left to stay in bed. This is quiet without comfort. This is cold without a heartbeat. This is learning how to carry all the love that's left unsaid. Winter without warmth. I called your name last Wednesday, just a reflex, nothing more. Heard the word dissolve in stillness in the middle of the floor. And I laughed a little, cried a little, let the kettle boil. Just the small humiliations of a heart in disrepair. I know that spring will find me. Seasons always keep their word, and the ice will crack and soften, and the days will come unstirred by the memory of your shoulder or the cadence of your breath. But right now it's winter, and I'm learning what comes after. Winter, winter without warmth, just the cold and all its harm. Winter without you. Winter without warmth. I left the window open for the first time in a week. Let the city noise come flooding in. The life I used to seek before the world contracted to the borders of this room. Before your absence filled it up like water fills a wound. There's a grace in almost stillness when the pain goes soft and low, like a tide that's just retreating, not yet ready to let go. I sit inside the almost, in the threshold of the night, half in love with what we were, half reaching for the light. I'm almost still, almost whole, almost finished grieving what I can't control, almost at the place where I can say your name without the ache. Almost still, almost free, almost the woman that I used to be, almost through the fire, almost standing by the light. Almost still. I dreamed we were at break. breakfast in that diner on the green, and everything was simple, everything was clean. You passed the salt without me asking, said my name so soft, and I woke before the ending. I always wake too soon. Loving you was easy in a way I can't explain, like breathing in the summertime before it turned to rain. And letting go is harder than I thought the books would say, because I'm not just losing you, I'm losing who I was that day. Almost still, almost there, almost breathing cleaner air. Almost, almost, still not yet. Almost still, but not quite free of you. There's a time before the morning that belongs to no one else. The blue hours, quiet hours, when I fall back into myself. When the city holds its breath and all the ordinary stops, and the only sound I hear is me and all the feelings I forgot. I've been spending all my blue hours going over what went wrong, rewriting all the endings, rearranging every song, finding all the moments where I could have held on tighter, or let go a little earlier, a little kinder, a little lighter. In the blue hours, I miss you most, when the room is filled with the warmth of your ghost, when the dark is soft and the world is asleep, and it's just me and the promises I couldn't keep. Blue hours, I miss you most. I lit a candle on the table where you used to rest your chin, and watched it burn to nothing, like I've burned and back again. There's something almost holy in of grief, in the way that loss can sanctify the love beneath. I don't wanna stop the aching, not just yet, not just yet, because the aching means I loved you and I'm not ready to forget. So I'll sit inside the blue hours, let the feeling have its way. Let the night be long and tender in its slow and solemn sway. Where I love you anyway. quiet in this apartment has a texture all its own. It's not the quiet of a person, it's the quiet of alone. It leans against the walls at night, it sits beside the stove. It has your shape without your warmth, your outline without soul. I've been sorting through the ordinary pieces of a life, the receipts and the bookmarks and the small relics of strife, the ticket stub from Portland and the key I meant to give back, and the version of myself I was before I took this track. What the quiet keeps is everything. Every word you almost said, every small unfinished thing, every pause between the sentences where love was living then. What the quiet keeps, I'm living in again and again. What the quiet keeps. I called my mother just to hear a voice that knows my name. She heard the pause behind the words and didn't ask to explain. She just talked about the garden and the frost on the back lawn, and somehow in the ordinary I found something to hold on. There's a mercy in the small things, in the kettle and the cup, in the morning and its insistence that we rise and that we show up. I'm not saying that I'm better, I'm not saying I'm okay, I'm just saying that the quiet has a little less to say. What the quiet keeps, I'll tend to gently. What the quiet keeps, I'll carry lightly. Learning how to live inside the silence you have left. What the quiet keeps, the rest is breath. There's a door inside this house I haven't opened since July, the room where all your things still are. I don't know how or why. I told myself 1 week, then 2, then the season turned to rust, and still I pass it in the dark and place my hand on it in trust. My friends say I should clear it out, they say it like it's easy, like letting go of you is just a matter of being breezy. Like I could fill a box with us and leave it at the curb, like love is just inventory and grief just a small disturbance. There's a door I don't open, a room I don't enter. There's a wound I keep tending at the heart of the winter. There's a you I keep somewhere just past the light of day. There's a door I don't open to keep you from going away. The door I don't open. I stood out outside, it's Sunday, with my hand upon the frame. I breathed in slow and thought of you, and whispered out your name. And then I walked back down the hall and made myself some tea, and loved you from a careful distance. That's how I keep you safe with me. And put them in a case. One day I'll let the room become a room again, not yours. But today the door stays closed, because I'm not ready for that door. The door I don't open, the name still say, the love that I'm holding. Just one more day. The door I don't open, not yet, not today. You were lovely in the way that certain mornings are, brief and full of gold, and then already far. You were lovely in the way you held your coffee cup, in the way you always listened with your whole self opened up. I don't wanna make you smaller than the love we had. Don't wanna let the ending make the middle seem so sad. 'Cause we were something real once, something worth the telling, something more than just a heartache, more than just this swelling. You were lovely and gone, like a song that ends too soon, like the last light off the water on a late September noon. You were lovely and gone, like the name I can't stop saying, like a candle in the window that I keep on burning, for a love that's lovely and gone. I've been trying to say thank you in the way that grief allows, not for the leaving, but for all the love before the vows we made without the ceremony, all the quiet dedication, all the choosing you each morning without proclamation. Lovely things don't always last. I think I always knew that beauty has a fragile edge, and so does something true. But knowing doesn't soften it, doesn't help me sleep. I still reach across the darkness for a love too good to keep. Lovely and gone, lovely and gone. I'll carry but not forgotten. Lovely and gone. They say that people learn to live with anything in time, that the sharpest grief grows gentler, that the mountain turns to climb. And I believe them on the mornings when the light comes in just right, but the evenings are still oceans, and I'm learning how to navigate the night. I've been reading all the books about the things that help the heart, taking long walks in the cold air, making small attempts at art, drinking tea and calling friends, and filling up the hours, doing all the tender work of getting through the harder towers. I'm learning the longitude of alone, mapping out the silence of an empty home, finding all the coordinates of a life that's just my own, learning the longitude of alone. It's not nothing, it's not nothing, it's the hardest navigation I have ever known, learning the longitude of alone. Last Tuesday I laughed freely, surprised myself completely, forgot for just a moment, let the lightness come discreetly, and then felt the guilt that comes with joy before you're ready, the tender betrayal of a heart that's trying to be steady. I'm not over you, I wanna be honest about that. I still love the shape of what we had, still wanna find my way back, but I'm learning that the way back isn't always where the healing goes. Sometimes forward is the only direction that the broken compass knows. Learning, longitude of alone, every day a little further, every night a little more my own. Slowly learning how to live inside the longitude of alone. The lamp is off, but I still leave the light on in the hall, like some part of me is waiting for your footsteps down the hall. Your coffee mug sits where you left it 3 weeks ago, and I can't bring myself to move it, can't let go. I wore your your sweater to the kitchen in the cold November air. It still smells like the cedar soap and something close to prayer. I turn the radio down low, the way you always liked it, then remembered you weren't coming home and quietly wept with it. It's still your side of the bed, still your hand in my head, still your voice in the quiet when the whole world's gone to sleep. Still your laugh in the hallway, still your ghost in the doorway, still the love I keep holding like a wound that runs too deep. Still your side of the bed. I know I should be washing all the memories out, folding up the photographs and smoothing out my doubt. But every time I reach for something new to fill the space, all I find is where you used to be, your absence, not your face. It's still your side, still your side, still the silence where you'd sigh. Still the breath I hold at 3 a.m., waiting on a call that won't arrive. Still your side of the bed. We drove home through the golden hour, windows cracked and low, your hand resting on the gear shift, radio soft and slow. I didn't know that I was memorizing you, every line and every shadow, every shade of blue. Now October's come without you, and the light has changed its tune. It falls through empty windows now, a pale and hollow moon. I replay that last evening like a film I know by heart, every frame before the ending, every scene before the dark. That was the last good light before the long, long night, before the silence moved into the rooms you used to fill. That was the last good day before you drove away, before the world went quiet and the hours started standing still. That was the last good light. I keep the playlist that you made me, haven't played it yet. There's a kind of sacred terror in the songs I can't forget. So it sits there on my phone like a letter left unread, full of things you meant to tell me and the love we never said. People say the time will soften all the places that still but they don't know how loud the silence is before the morning breaks. I'm not asking for forever, I'm not asking for a sign. I'm standing in the last good light, wishing you were still in my last good light, last good light. Just the two of us in the fading light before the long night, before goodbye. The last good light. I know the map of you by heart, the city of your hands, the quiet country of your collarbone, the border where you'd stand, the language that you spoke at 2 a.m. when dreams ran thin, the dialect of your breathing and the warmth of your skin. I've been traveling without you now through rooms I used to know, but they've all changed their coordinates. There's nowhere left to go that feels the way it felt when you were still inside the frame. The geography of you has left, but nothing looks the same. I'm lost in the geography of you. Every landmark was a door, every memory a room, and I wander through the places that remind me of your face, still mapping out the edges of a love I can't erase. Lost in the geography of you. There's a corner of the bookshop where we stood too long one day, reading the same pages out of habit, not to say a single thing of consequence, just living in the moment. And I give the world to find that corner, stand in it and own it. They say you can't return to places altered by the heart, that the map rewrites itself the very moment you depart. But I keep tracing all the lines, the roads we didn't take, the soft topography of love in you, the shape of its heartbreak. Still lost, still lost in the geography of you. Still lost in you. Hmm.